So in the previous session, we have discussed about various use cases on Apex programming, and we have discussed how to write the Apex programming code and how can we execute the Apex programming code and how to prepare our own custom business logics, how to perform the operations by using our own expressions or by using some ready-made built-in formulas given by Salesforce. And we have discussed how can we handle the exceptions which will be getting arised upon executing the piece of code. Then what kind of errors will be occurred upon writing the piece of code, and what exactly a compilation error, what exactly an exception or runtime error we have discussed, and when the exceptions will get arised and how to handle those exceptions we have discussed. And upon handling these exceptions, we are using the help of a feature called as conditional statements. So we have discussed what exactly a conditional statement, what is the use, what are the various conditional statements that has been given by Salesforce as part of Apex programming we have discussed. And from these conditional statements, we have discussed about if conditional statement. Then what exactly if conditional statement, how it works, what are the various of formats that we have in if conditional statement we have discussed. And yesterday we have discussed about one format that is simple if. How to use this simple if condition and how can we write the code, how to add the conditions to be get verified before executing the piece of code we have discussed. Now, and yesterday we have prepared some small use cases also. Okay, now let's see. Let's come to the remaining formats. For example, I'm taking this the same use case now. I'm going to my Salesforce org. I'm going to my Salesforce org. I'm going to execute anonymous window. So let me go to this execute anonymous window. So this is a piece of code we have prepared yesterday, and we have written some logic also over here. This is the logic we have prepared. Now, so now this is a small use case which we have discussed in the previous session. So now we have defined two variables of type integer, like first number and the second number. In these two variables, we have stored some values. Once the values has been stored inside these variables, we are performing all the mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. All these are five operations we are doing that. So we are performing the addition operation, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. These two operations we are performing if the second number value is greater than 0 only, because yesterday we have discussed this concept. Now let's see. Now for example, here I have given first number value as 49,200, second number value as 290. These are the two values that I have given. Let me execute this piece of code. Click on execute. Now tell me how many results you are expecting now? Five results. Okay, addition result, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. All the five operations results I'm expecting. Select the debug only checkbox. Now we can see all the five operation results. We can see the addition result, subtraction result, multiplication, division, and the modulus. That means whenever I'm giving some two numerical values, this program will take care of these two values. It will do all the mathematical calculations. It will represent the results. Okay. Now, for example, if I'm giving this second number value as 0, if I'm giving this second number value as 0, when I click on execute button here, how many operations it will do? Three operations. Now, when I click on this debug log checkbox, it is representing these results. Addition result, subtraction result, multiplication results. What about the remaining two operations? It unable to perform those operations. Why? Second number value is equals to 0. Okay. Now, if the second number value is greater than 0, then only these two operations will be getting performed, or else these two operations will be skipped from that operations. Now, in this case, now tell me, whenever the user is executing this piece of code, what he is expecting? He is expecting five results. He is expecting five results. In the first case, if I am giving both the numerical values, first number value, second number value, both are greater than 0, he can see all the five operation results. But now he has given second number value as 0, but when he click on this execute button, it is showing only three results over here: addition, subtraction, and the multiplication. But in this case, what will be the customer's thought? The customer will thought of, maybe there is a problem in the application. The program is not designed well. Because of that, it is not performing all the five operations. It is performing only three operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication. Remaining two operations it is not performing. So you will thought of, there is a problem in the application. But actually, problem is not from the application, problem is from the customer side. So what is the mistake? He did that a small mistake, that he has given second number value as 0. Because of that value 0, it is unable to perform the remaining two operations. Now, now tell me in this case here, even though the customer did some mistake, my program should be able to detect, it has to show some message to the users. Okay, my program should be able to detect the customer's mistakes. It has to show some message to the user: boss, you did a mistake, you have given the second number value as 0. Because of this value 0, we are unable to perform the remaining two operations. If a program is not showing anything, how the customer can understand what exactly the problem? Now, like for example, simple concept here, I'm having a login screen. In this login screen, we are entering username and the password. Once you click on login button, it will validate the data. For example, I have entered correct username, wrong password. I have entered wrong password. As soon as once you click on login button, what will happen? It is showing some message, right? Invalid username or password. That means it is giving some indication to you, boss, you have entered some wrong password, wrong credentials, so please check your credentials once. Now tell me, if my login screen is not showing any message, how can I understand what is the problem? Definitely, I will thought of, there is a problem in the application, but actually problem is from my end. I have given wrong password here. I have given wrong credentials. So in this case, if it is showing some message to me, then I will realize my mistake. I will go back to the login screen. I will enter the correct credentials. I will log into that application. I can do the operation. So in this case, even though the customer did some mistake, my program should be able to identify that it has to show some message to the user. Now, like the similar way here also, if the second number value is greater than 0, it is performing these two operations. Or else I want to show some different message to the people. That means not only the positive case, I would like to handle negative case also here. This is the positive case. If the second number value is greater than 0, then only I'm performing this two. I need to handle the negative case also. Suppose by mistake, if the user has entered second number value as 0, then I would like to show some message to the user, boss, you have entered second number value as 0. Because of that, we are unable to perform the remaining two operations. Then the customer will go back to the program. He will enter the correct values for the variables. He will click on execute button. He can see all the five results. Okay. So now in this case, as a developer, always we need to think in customer's perspective. We have to think as a customer, not as a developer, because developer will be always thinking in positive mind. Okay, but when coming to the customer side, they will be having positive, negative, both the cases. We need to think both the positive and negative cases also. We need to handle inside our code. So now in this case, if the second number value is greater than 0, I'm performing certain operation. If it is equals to 0, then I want to show some message. That means both positive, negative cases I want. For that reason here, now as part of simple if condition, we are having only positive case. But in this case, I want both positive and negative cases also. If the condition is satisfied, it is performing some operation. If the conditions are failed, I want to do some different operations. So for that reason here, in order to handle both positive and the negative cases, now we are going to be using the help of one more conditional statement, that is if else. This is the second format. Okay, we need to use second format of if else condition. That means it is having both positive negative cases both. If the conditions are satisfied, it will execute some statements. If the conditions are failed, it will execute some different set of statements also. Okay, now in this case, how the syntax will look like. As part of this if else condition, we can write the statement like this. If conditions, whatever the conditions that you want, we can write the conditions over here. If the conditions are satisfied, write the corresponding business logic. Write the business logic which you would like to execute. Suppose if the conditions are failed, then I would like to have an else part. Else means what? If the conditions are failed, that means negative case. Here we can able to write that statements. Write the statements. This is called as true block. This is called as false block. Now, why I'm using this word true block and the false block? If the conditions are satisfied, whatever the conditions that you have written over here, if the conditions are satisfied, it will be returning true. If true, if the conditions are true, if the conditions are satisfied, then execute this true block statements. If the conditions are failed, it will come to the else block here. So whenever the conditions get failed, it will comes to the else block. Whatever the statements that you have written, those statements will be getting executed over here. So that both positive case, negative case of both we need to handle as part of your programming. So that we are using if else condition over here. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next. Now let's see here. Make a note of this part. In this approach, if the specified conditions are satisfied, then it will execute the associated block of statements. If the conditions get failed, then it will execute false block statements. Done with this? Done with this? Now, let's see. So now let's go back to your code. Now here I would like to write the statement. If the second number value is greater than 0, I'm performing these two operations, division and the modulus. Suppose if the second number value is equals to 0, I would like to show some message to the user. Else block. Okay, else I would like to write that statement. System.debug division and modulus operations cannot be performed as the second number value is 0. I would like to show the message here. Now observe this one here. Now, here I'm checking this condition. If the first second number value is greater than 0, then only we are going to be executing this a piece of code over here. That means I'm performing the division operation and the modulus operation. Else, if the conditions get failed, suppose I have given second number value as 0. Now 0 is greater than 0. This is the condition. Now tell me, is the condition is true or false? False, because the condition is not satisfied. 0 is not greater than 0. 0 is equals to 0. The condition will get failed. It will go to the else part. It will execute the corresponding statements, whatever we have written. Now, in this case, for this else block, I haven't written any braces over here. No curly braces. Why? Why we are not writing curly braces over here? For the if block only, why have written curly braces? Because if you want to execute only one line of code, curly braces is not required. Curly braces is not required if you want to write only one line of code. If you want to write more than one line of code, then compulsorily we have to group them with the help of this block. Okay, clear? Hmm. The same. Okay, maybe if also same thing over here. If you want to execute, suppose if the condition is satisfied, if you want to execute only one line of code, then just we can able to eliminate this part over here. Directly we can able to we can write that. If we can specify the statement. If the conditions get failed, we can execute this block of statements over here. Okay. So whenever we are executing the piece of code as part of this conditional statements, if you want to execute only one line of code, then block of statements are not required. That means curly braces are not required. Directly we can write it. If you are executing more than one line of code as part of these conditions, then compulsorily we need to group those statements by using block. Okay. Now, so now let's see. Now this time we are using if else condition. If condition, if the conditions are not satisfied, then we can go with the help of else block. Now, let me show you. I'm giving the second number value as 560. Click on execute. My request has been sent to the server. Now select the debug only check marks. We can see all the 5 operations results. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and the modulus. All the 5 operations results we can see. Suppose if I'm giving this a second number value as 0, then upon click on execute button, it will perform the operation. Select the debug only checkbox. Now it is representing first three operations results are visible as it is, and then it is showing a message modulus and the division operations cannot be performed as second number value is 0. Then the user will be looking to the message, oh, this is my mistake we did, because of that these two operations are unable to perform. That's what I'm unable to see those two results. Then he will go back to the program, he will enter the correct values, he will execute, he will see all the five results. Okay, so as a developer, it's our responsibility. We need to handle both positive, negative cases also, both upon writing the code. Okay, clear? No. Now, basically, whatever the execute anonymous window that we have, execute anonymous window is not having the capability to save the code. Okay, it won't save the code into the metadata repository anywhere here. Once you close the window, the code will be lost. Okay, so that we have to copy this code and paste into a local notepad, we have to save it. Because here we are discussing fundamental concepts here. For that one, we are writing the piece of code in execute anonymous window. When moving forward, we are going to discuss about object-oriented programming. There, we are going to discuss about the concept of classes and objects. From there onwards, the whole code, this whole logic you are writing inside the class. If you are writing this logic inside the class code will be saving into metadata repository permanently here. Till then, we need to save this code in our local notepad. Okay? Now, clear up to this one? Now, clear up to this one? Now, write a small program here. Now, my requirement is I would like to define two numerical variables. Okay, I'm defining two variables here, for example, x and y. Now, in this x variable, I'm storing the value 41,920. In the second variable, I'm storing the value 59,440. These are the values. 41,920. Second one, 59,440. These are the two values I have stored inside my variables. Now, from these two variables, from these two values, which one is biggest one? I would like to find out. Either first one is the biggest one, or the second one is the biggest one. I would like to find out through my Apex programming. Through Apex programming, I would like to find out which one is the biggest one from the given two numbers. Okay, now let's see. Take a small use case. Excuse me. Write an Apex program to find out biggest number from the given two numbers. Write an Apex program to find out the biggest number from the given two numbers. Now tell me, how can we write this piece of code now? How many variables we need to define now? Hmm. Two variables. Why two variables? To store both the values. What are the two numbers you would like to use to compare? We need to store those two values over here. To store these two values, we need to define two variables of type what? Integer. Because both the values are numerical. So that I would like to use that, okay, two integer type of variables. Okay, first number variable, second number variable. Now, whenever we are defining the variable, so by default, what is the default value will be storing by Salesforce? Null. Okay, now, in this case, I would like to assign some values for these variables. So, I want to define two variables now of type integer. Two variables, like the first number and the second number. I'm defining these two variables. I'm assigning some value. First number equals to 49,000. Second number equals to 94,860. These are the two values we have assigned. Now from these two, which one is biggest one I would like to find out. Now, I would like to use that if conditional statement to check it out here. How to check the condition now? Hmm. First number greater than
Second
second
number.
number. Now, that means if the first number value is greater than second number, here what will be the biggest one then? First one or second one?
Second one. Second one.
Again, now, second one. Hmm. Hmm. Statement? Now. Now, if the first number is greater than second number, then which one is the biggest one? First number is
Second
the
one.
biggest one here. Now, system dot debug. First number is the biggest one. First number is the biggest one. Now, else. Now, then what is the next one? Second number is the biggest one because we have only two values, either this one or this one. So now, so that I'm indicating the message system dot debug. Second number is the biggest one. Clear? Simple. So here I'm not using any curly braces because I'm executing only one statement over here. It may be if block also, it may be else block also. In two places I'm executing only single statement. That's what here I'm not using any curly braces. If you want, we can write no problem. If you don't want, leave it, no issues. But if you're having more than one line of code you want to execute, compulsorily we need to block them by using this curly braces. Okay, now. So now here we are checking the condition. Whatever the first number that we have, if the first number value is greater than second number, that means if it is bigger than second number, then we can show the message was first number is the biggest one here. Or else, if the first number is not greater than second number, that means it is smaller than second number. Then in that case, second number is the biggest one. That's it. Simple logic. Clear? Now, let me execute this piece of code. These are the two values that I have given over here. Now tell me which one is the biggest one now. First one or second one? Second one. It will check the
Second one.
condition. Whatever the values we have entered, those values will be getting verified over here. Now it is checking the condition. First number value will be 49,000. Second number value is 94,860. Now we are checking the condition. Now tell me, is 49,000 is greater than 94,000? No. Condition is false. If the condition is false, it will go to that else block. It will execute that statement to print the message because second number is the biggest one. Okay. Let me execute this piece of code. Select the debug only checkbox. Now it is representing the message second number is the biggest one. Suppose if the first number value is 1,49,000 here, then first number will be the biggest one here. So click on execute button, select the debug only checkbox. Now it is representing the message first number is the biggest one here. Both positive, negative, both we need to test it. This is what we need to do as a developer. Not only building the code, unit testing is also one of our responsibility as a developer. So we need to do that testing of each and every unit. Unit means a small piece which we have prepared. It can be one line of code also, one condition also, anything. We need to test each and every individual statement. Those are called as unit. So now we need to do that unit testing. It's our responsibility as a developer. Now, clear? Make a note of this code. Yes?
Sir, sir, sir,
Which first condition? Mhm. In the same statement you are going to write. Hmm. No, no. We have to write in the same statement, here, in the same line. The whole condition should be in the same line.
sir.
Yes.
Actually, sir, I had a small doubt. In this, the first statement, if the first number less than to second number, why we are not mentioned like that, sir?
You can write anything. You can use less than. At that time, statement should be in reverse.
Mm, because at the and that time the second the first number is the compared to second number. This one is a
Right.
less number, right, sir?
Right. In that case, here, if you are using this less than symbol here, then we have to
Huh.
specify that here, this statement should be in the reverse form. We have to write this statement over here, and this statement will be in the else block.
Hmm.
Okay?
Okay, okay.
You can write any format, whatever you want, you can write it.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Thank you.
while assigning the values, we can also write the negative values, right?
Yes, you can give negative
Like
values also, no
minus
issues. It's your choice.
94.
Minus value also. Yes, you can give anything.
Okay, fine.
Clear up to this one? Next. Write a small piece of code. Now, for example, assume that we have a student. So student has given 5 exams. In each exam, he got some marks. Now I would like to find out whether student got passed or failed. Okay. I would like to check the student result, whether student got passed or failed. So now there is a eligibility criteria. If the student is getting more than or equals to 40 marks in each subject, then he will be pass. If the student is getting less than 40 marks in any of the subject, he will be failed. Now, then how can we check the result of that student here? Now tell me how many variables we need to define, what type of variables we need to define. Hmm. That is different. Okay. Five variables. What are those five variables? For what? For subjects. To store the five subject variables, so five subject marks, we need five variables of type integer. So we have to define five variables of type integer and then assign the marks for each and every subject, like as English, Hindi, Maths, Physics, Chemistry. For each subject, assign the marks. Now I would like to check whether student got more than 40 marks in each and every subject or not. Okay, then we need to check the conditions also. How to check it out? We'll see that. Okay, now let's see. Take a small use case. Write an Apex program to find out the student result as below. Now, we have five subjects for the student. For example, English, Hindi, Maths, Physics, and Chemistry. Now, now the student will be pass when if the student got more than 40 marks in all the subjects. He will be fail when if the student got less than 40 marks in any of the subject. How many conditions we need to verify now? Two conditions. Five
Okay.
conditions. All the five subjects we need to verify.
Okay.
Okay, all the five subjects we have to check. Now, let's see how can we write this piece of code. I'm defining this of five variables now to store the five subject marks. We need okay five variables of type integer. I'm defining the variables English, Hindi, Maths, Physics, Chemistry. These are the five subjects here which I'm going to be using to store the marks. I'm assigning the English marks of 91, Hindi okay 82, Maths of 97, Physics 89, Chemistry some 94. Okay, 94. So these are the marks over here. Now I would like to check the conditions here. Now tell me how to write these conditions. Okay. Hmm. Greater than or equals to 40. How? Comma. Now second one. Hindi greater than or equals to 40. That means these are the two conditions. This condition, this condition. Both the conditions should satisfied, or any one of the condition is satisfied. Both the condition.
Both the
How to combine
conditions.
these two conditions together? And operator. So whenever we are preparing multiple conditions, to combine the multiple conditions together to validate, we have to use logical
Logical
operators.
operators.
What logical operators that we have? And,
And,
are,
or, and
not.
not.
Now this time what is that suitable? Okay, and
And.
operator,
And
because we need to check condition 1 and condition 2.
True.
So now both the conditions should be get satisfied. So that here I would like to use, okay, and operator here. We can specify and, okay, two ampersand symbols. Hindi, okay, greater than or equals to 40, and maths greater than or equals to 40, and physics greater than or equals to 40, and chemistry greater than or equals to 40. That means I'm checking multiple conditions. That's what I told you as part of this. If not only writing only a single condition, we can write multiple conditions also with the help of logical operators. We can use the help of logical operators. By using these logical operators, we can able to combine multiple conditions together, depends upon your application requirement over here. Okay, understood the concept now? Next. So now here in this case, so now here whatever the conditions we have specified, if all the conditions are satisfied, then what will be the result then? Pass or fail?
The student has
Pass.
passed.
Now I would like to indicate the message here. Congratulations, you got passed. Now, else, then we can show the message here. You got failed, better luck next time. Now, I would like to write this statement over here. If the student is getting more than 40 marks in each and every subject, then he will be passed or else he will be failed. Then I would like to show that message here. So inside this if condition, not only checking one condition, multiple conditions also we can validate with the help of logical operators. Okay, clear? Now, now click on execute. Now, as of now, in all the subjects, he got scored very good marks. That means more than 40 marks are available here. We are expecting the result as he will be pass. Now, click on execute button. Select the debug only checkbox. Now we are going to be representing this message here. Congratulations, you got passed. Now, for example, assume that. So assume that he is very poor in mathematics. He got only 27 marks. Now, in the remaining subjects, he got scored very good marks, but only in maths, he got 27 marks. In this case, what will be the result that we are expecting here? Failed. Even though if he is getting less than 40 marks in any one of the subject, he will be failed. Now, so because here people check the condition 91 greater than or equals to 40, condition is satisfied. That means true. Hindi 82, 82 is greater than or equals to 40. True. True and true. Then what is the result here? Truth tables here as part of your 10th class mathematics. Okay, now you will be having the true. Same formulas in logical operators. Logical operators are purely built upon your truth tables only, nothing else. Okay, now. So now we are giving this max marks as 27. Now click on execute. Now see the results. Now it is indicating you got failed. Okay, now make a note of this piece of code. Done with this code? Let me place this code. Clear up to this one? Next. Next one. If else condition. If else condition. So what do you mean by if else condition over here? Why should we go for if else condition? Now let me explain. For example, let me
Yes,
take the previous example over here which we have discussed. I'm taking up this previous example here. Now, so now we have these two variables. First number and the second number both are having these two values. First number value is 1,49,000. Second number value is 94,860. Now we are finding out that okay value which one is the biggest one here. Okay. So now here we have given different numbers. Suppose for example, if both the numbers are same, then what is the result of this program? Will it show any result? Will it show any error message or what? Trace the program. Trace the program. Just okay, go through the statement by statement here. Then you can understand very clearly. Hmm. Don't guess. I want exact result. Second number will be biggest one. Why?
because we are given the condition.
Now let's see. Right. So in this case here, these are the two values are available.
We are also
First
given
number
the condition.
value 1,49,000. Second number value also 1,49,000. Now trace the program. Whenever if you want some results, then trace the program over here. Now the first number value is what? 1,49,000. Second number value same 1,49,000. We have greater than symbol. Now tell me, is the condition is satisfied or failed? Failed. Why? Both are equals. 1,49,000 is not greater than 1,49,000. Both are same. If the condition is failed, then what it will do? It will go to the else block. It will execute the statement. Second number is biggest one. Now tell me, really second number is the biggest one? No. So now in this case here, what happened? It is giving some wrong results. It is printing the message, second number is the biggest one. It won't show any error message. It will show that wrong results here. In this case here, what needs to be done? Whatever the condition we have verified over here, one straightforward condition may not be sufficient. I want multiple levels of conditions also required. As of now, we are purely relying on one level of condition. If these conditions are satisfied, then only we are executing the piece of code, or else we are executing some piece of code. Then why can't we check some different conditions again? Suppose if this condition is failed, then I want to add one more block, the conditions to verify. If it is also not satisfied, I would like to add one more block. If it is also not satisfied, one more block. Like that, I would like to add multiple levels of conditions I would like to check. In this kind of situation, if we want to check that multiple levels of conditions, then we are using the help of the feature called as okay else if condition. We are using the help of else if condition here. Clear? Understood the concept now? Now, let's see in this case here. So now basically, else if condition is used to add one or more number of levels of conditions to be get verified before executing the statements. Now, let's come to a small scenario. For example, I'm going to Amazon. Okay, I'm going to Amazon in order to buy a product. I'm going to Amazon in order to buy the product. So now here I would like to select a product here, like for example, some Samsung mobile. I would like to buy a Samsung mobile, Samsung Galaxy M34 5G, okay, supporting mobile here. Now click on this mobile. I would like to buy this. So I have verified the configurations also. Configuration is also very good. So now I would like to buy this mobile now. Click on buy now. As soon as once you click on this buy now, so now it is asking me to specify the address here. I'm selecting my delivery address also over here. Now here delivery address also mentioned over here. Now I would like to make the product should be delivered to this location here. So now here in this case, once the delivery address has been getting selected, then we have to select the payment method. I would like to select this a payment method here. How many payment methods are available? So many options are available. Like okay, Kotak Bank. Okay, already have added my Kotak Bank debit card also. Axis Bank credit card also. Axis Bank credit card also one more. And then we can select your own. Okay, any other debit or credit card also. You can able to select that net banking also. Other UPI apps also. EMI facilities also. Cash and delivery. So many. So now here multiple options are available in order to make the payment. Now tell me how many payment methods can I select? The product cost is almost 16,000 rupees, 15,999. So now I want to make okay, 8,000 rupees through debit card, 8,000 rupees through credit card. Can I do that? No. The whole payment we have to make through one okay, payment method. Through one channel only we can able to make that whole payment here. So we can't split the payment to two parts. So in this case, it is providing okay, multiple options are available. Even though we are having this multiple options to make the payment, only one payment method we can able to select at a time, not multiple over here. Okay, clear? So now in this case, that's what it is indicating radio button. As part of radio button behavior is what only one radio button we can select. Suppose, for example, by default, it is selecting other UPI apps. If I'm selecting Axis Bank credit card, it will be previous option will be getting deselected automatically by default here. Previous option has been deselected. If I'm selecting like as net banking, previous option has been deselected. Only one payment method we can use, only one block of statements will be executed at a time. In this case, we can able to add multiple branches, multiple levels of conditions also, but only one block of statements will be executed at a time. In that case, we can go with the help of a statement called as okay, if else condition over here. Okay, so else if condition.
Safe condition.
Okay, else if
Yes, yes.
condition. By using this else if condition, we can able to implement. So because the background implementation behind radio buttons are purely else if condition. Okay, the background implementation behind radio buttons are purely else if condition. Whatever the checkboxes that we have, if I'm having checkboxes are available, how many checkboxes we can select? Only one or multiple? Multiple. In that case, checkboxes functionalities are purely implemented by using if else condition. Okay, if else condition. If the checkbox is selected, product will be adding to the bill. If the checkbox is not selected, product will not be adding to the bill here. Like that here, multiple products also we can add to the bill to make the payment at a time. Okay. So now here in this case, as part of this, okay, else if condition, we can add multiple branches of conditions to be get verified before executing the statements. Even though we are adding multiple levels of conditions, only one conditional block statements will be executed at a time, not multiple here. Okay. Then how the syntax will look like? Now let me show you with the practical.
This one is very.
Make a note of this syntax over here. Make a note of this syntax. If we can specify the conditions. If the conditions are satisfied, we can execute the block of statements. So write the business logic. or write the statements whatever you want. Suppose if the conditions are failed, then I want to check one more. Okay, else if, then check the conditions here. Here we can write the statements. If this condition also failed, then I want to check one more. Here we can check some more conditions. Like that, we can write n number of statements. If all the conditions are failed, then finally it will be executing else block. Done with this syntax? Now, in this approach, we can prepare multiple branches of conditions to be get verified before executing the statements. If any of the branch conditions, if any of the branch conditions are satisfied, then it will execute the associated block of statements. If all the branch conditions are failed, then it will execute else block statement. Note, always only one block of statements get executed at a time. Always only one block of statements will get executed at a time. Done with this? Now. So let's see how can we write this piece of code. Now, for example, I'm writing the statement like this over here. Okay, I'm writing the statement like this. Whenever I'm executing this piece of code, it will show the result as second number is the biggest one. Second number is the biggest one, but the second number is not the biggest one, both are equals. So in this case here, I would like to add one more condition block over here. I want to check if first number value is equals to second number. If both are equals, I would like to show the message both the numbers are identical. Okay, I would like to check the condition if first number value is equals to second number. I would like to show the message both the numbers are identical. Suppose if both are not identical, both are not same, then I would like to use else. If both are not same, if this condition is not satisfied, then check this condition here, which one is the biggest one. It will show that message over here. Okay, so as of now we have written only okay if statement and directly else block over here, but not only one if condition, we can write one more if condition also. Okay, multiple levels of branches also we can able to prepare, depends upon your requirement. Like simple concept here. For example, assume that I want to buy an iPhone 15 Pro Max, the latest model, with a 256 GB storage space, okay, which is a green color, okay, a green color. So now I would like to buy this mobile. This is my requirement here. I want to buy the iPhone latest model, which is a 15 okay Pro Max, which is having 256 storage space and which is having the green color of mobile I would like to buy. So now in order to buy this mobile, so many mobile showrooms are available here. I went to the nearest mobile showroom, for example, Amirpet Bixi showroom. In that Amirpet Bixi showroom, I have explained my requirement here. They have iPhone 15 Pro Max is available, but they don't have green color. They're having gold color and the pink and then graphite color. They don't have green, but I want only green color here. Then, in this case, what we'll do? Whatever the mobile that you're looking for, if it is not available in this shop, what will you do? Go to another showroom here. We'll go to another showroom here. That means I'm going to Begumpet, okay, Bixi showroom. There I will do that inquiry here. There also the mobile is not available. I will go to some different mobile showroom. I will check it over there here. Suppose if the mobile is available over there, then we can buy that mobile over here. Okay, now. So now tell me, if the mobile is available in three mobile showrooms available here, will you buy from both the three places? No, only one place here. Here also same. If this condition is satisfied, then execute that. If the condition is not satisfied, then go to the second shop over here. Here do the inquiry. If it is available, then purchase. Suppose here also if it is not available, then go to another shop here. Like that, multiple we can able to write the conditions. Okay, now multiple branches of conditions also we can able to prepare as part of else if conditions over here. Clear? Now let me execute this piece of code. Now both the numbers are identical. Select the debug only checkbox. Now it is indicating both the numbers are identical. Suppose if I am giving the second number value as 2,49,000 here, which one is biggest one then? Second number is the biggest one. Click on execute. Now we can see the result here. Select debug only, second number is the biggest one. Like that here we can able to write multiple branches of conditions also. Okay. Let me place this code. Done with this code? Done? Next. Take a small use case now. So now my requirement is, for example, we have financial years, or it may be calendar year here. Calendar year means January to December. Financial year means April to March. Okay, now I'm taking up this calendar year here. In this calendar year, how many months are available? 12 months. So, whatever the 12 months that we have, these are 12 months we are dividing into various seasons. Okay, we have three seasons in a calendar year. Now we are having winter season, we are having this spring season, we are having summer season. Three seasons are there. So now whatever the 12 months are available, first 4 months, okay, month number 1 to month number 4. That means January, February, March, April. So now these 4 into comes into winter season, and then 5 to 8. Now May, June, July, and August. I would like to consider these will be into summer season, 9 to 12. Remaining months will be comes under into spring season. So whatever the 12 months that we have, I'm dividing these months into three different seasons here, like as winter season, spring season, summer season. Now my requirement is I will pass one month number value. For example, some 7. Now this is 7 month number is comes under which season now? Summer season. Now I would like to find out that. So now this is my requirement here. Based on the month number which I have given as input, it has to find out this month number will comes under which season. Will it be comes under winter season, spring season, or summer season? I would like to find out. Okay. Now make a note of this requirement here. Write an Apex program to find out the season name based on the month number as below. I'm giving the month number and the season name. If the month numbers are between 1 to 4, I would like to show the season name as winter season. If the month numbers are between 5 to 8, this will be comes under summer season. If the month numbers are between 9 to 12, it will be comes under spring season. So this is my requirement. I would like to pass month number as input. Based on the month number, I would like to print the corresponding season name. Now tell me, as part of this use case requirement, how many variables we need to define? Why two variables?
Three.
Why integer? Why string? Hmm. One variable. Why one variable? Okay. So now what is the input it requires? Month number. Month number is of type what? Numerical. Okay. Numerical value. So we need to pass month number as input.
Input.
Based on the month number, we need to add the conditions. So depends upon the condition, we need to show the corresponding season name over here. Clear? Now let's see. So now let's see how can we write this piece of code. I'm defining one variable here, integer month number. I'm assigning the value as some 6. Now I would like to check the condition here. How to write the condition? If month number value between 1 to 4, how to write greater than or equals to 1 and month number value less than or equals to 4. Understood the condition over here? Greater than or equals to 1 and less than or equals to 4. That means between 1 to 4. Okay, between 1 to 4. So now both the conditions should be satisfied, including lower boundary, including upper boundary. That's what I'm using equality also in both the places. Month number 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 should be comes under winter season over here. So I'm using, if the month number value is greater than 1, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And the month number should be less than 4. That means both the conditions should be satisfied. Greater than 1, less than or equals to 4. That means between 1 to 4. In that case, what is the month season name here? I want to show that message. This is winter season. Next. Else if second branch. Hmm. Month number greater than or equals to 5 and month number value less than or equals to 8. If the month number value is between 5 to 8, including 5, including 8. Now system dot debug.
This
This
is
is
summer
summer
season.
season. Summer season. Else if the month number value greater than or equals to 9 and month number value less than or equals to 12. This will becomes under what? Spring season. I would like to show the message. This is spring season. Else, suppose if I am giving the month number as 14, do we have any month number 14? No. Then in that case, if the conditions are not satisfied, then I would like to show the message over here. I want to show the message invalid month number. Please enter the value between 1 to 12. I want to show the message here. Okay. So not only one, multiple branches of conditions we need to verify here. Like here we are verifying the payment method. If okay debit card has been selected, it will be performing different operation. If credit card is selected, different operation. If net banking selected, different operation. Or else like as some okay cash and delivery. Like that here we can add multiple branches of conditions. Done with this? Now, let me execute this piece of code. I'm giving this month number value as 6. Now let me execute this piece of code. Month number 6 will be comes under which season? Summer season.
Summer.
Select this debug only checkbox. Now it is indicating the result. This is summer season. Suppose I'm giving this value 11. This will comes under spring season. Click on execute. Select the debug only checkbox. Now we are able to get the message spring season. If I'm giving the value as some 15, that means this which is outside of this range. Now, invalid month number. It will show the message invalid month number. Enter the value between 1 to 12. Okay. Now, so like that here, not only writing simply okay one branch conditions, we can write multiple branch conditions also depends upon the requirement. Like this n number of branches, we can write no limitations at all. Okay. Now, clear up to this one? This is how we can able to use the help of okay else if condition. And we have the last format we'll see in next session. Okay. So now we are having the nested if condition, and then we'll see the switch statements and iterative statements. We'll see next session. Next session will be on Monday again. Okay. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and Sunday we don't have the session. I will be out of session. So next session will be on Monday again at same timings. Okay. But do the practice on these features so that you can feel comfortable with the programming. Okay. Or else if you're not doing the practice, then from Monday onwards, we have to start what is Apex programming, what is variable, what is data type. We need to start from the scratch. That is a problem. You will forget everything within these 3 days. Okay, do the practice on these features. Okay, thank you.